Alright, hey everyone. I'm just gonna be trying a new kind of daily vlog. I want to keep kind of just a mental record for myself. Um, it's been a rough 6 months. Little context: I got laid off in March, and it's been a rough road. First couple of months I was okay. I had unemployment, so I was okay. But now I'm like actually dipping into my savings, which is rough, but it's okay. But I just want to get kind of stuff off my chest and kind of move on. So I'm gonna try to do this. I think it's pretty therapeutic because a lot of people do keep journals, right? And I want to try to do the best I can to kind of just relay my thoughts. And if honestly, just hearing it, if anyone, I don't know if anyone will watch this, but if anyone does stumble across this and like watch it, has like a similar feelings, like I'd love to reply and try to help out as best I can because I'm sure other people are feeling the same way as me. I'm not special. Um, a lot of people are going through the same thing, but a little background about myself. My name is Alex. Uh, I am born in Colorado. I've lived there the majority of my life, and then I moved out to California for this career in esports. I went to university at Colorado State, and I got a degree in sports medicine. I initially was going to become a doctor. I was actually on that track. I graduated with honors. I had a exercise physiology and sports medicine degree, minor in business and biochem, and uh, I was taking the MCAT, but then esports came away, and I was coaching professionally for Overwatch. I coached Team Liquid and Team Renegades. I actually moved over to Michigan for Team Renegades. That was fun. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world, by the way. It's a once in a lifetime, truly. And uh, I came out to California for my last ditch effort because both of those teams didn't get into the league. Um, and now I'm here. I worked in esports production for shows and for tournaments and stuff. And I'm trying to move into the game dev space, but that's been proving extremely difficult, even with the skills that I do have in production. Because production, I feel, again, this is my opinion, doesn't matter the production, you know production. Obviously, you want to know you have to learn the tools and kind of like the specific pipelines, but when you know production, you kind of know production as a base. So I feel like I do have a pretty good understanding of it. But these last 6 months, I've been feeling extremely defeated. Because like, oh, I have all these skills and like I've been through multiple revisions, multiple different resume revisions, and about an interview a month, which is actually pretty decent. But haven't got rejected because either I had my own standards for companies, like them paying too little for the position and like requiring to go in on site, and like, oh, there's guaranteed overtime, you're working 6 days a week. I'm like, you do the calculation, you're like, I'm making actually nothing for the amount of work I'm putting. So there's that, or like I just don't even get called back, or get rejected, or like I get my resume pushed through, and I literally don't hear anything back, even though it's on the hiring manager's desk. I'm like, I guess they found someone before. Just luck of the draw, literally, right? It's like literally just like, did they look at it or not? And it's really disappointing. But that's why I don't know. I don't know if I'm like, I feel like I do know a lot. I think I learned a crap ton for what I've been doing for the past 10 years at this point. But like, it's weird because it's like you have to be almost the best, or the best to be picked up out of nowhere, or you have to know people. Like you have to network, and that's kind of where it's shifting now. Like you see on LinkedIn, like everyone wants you have to know people, you have to network, you have to do all this, and you become a social media influencer, literally, like on LinkedIn. Like that's how you get job offers. It's just like if you are well known enough to get job offer for the normal. You think about how many people that actually does happen for. Because everyone's like, oh, you build your brand, build your brand. Like, motherfucker, it was that easy. Everyone would do it, and then it would be the same playing field, literally, right? So I hate all that. I hate it. It's like, no, if you have the resume, you have the experience, you should get a shot, at least a chance to like, get seen. Obviously, there are a lot of people that apply for stuff that don't qualify for their job, and I guess that's why the ATS system is in play. But I don't think it's a good thing. But it's sadly it is going to that where it's like you have to build a brand first, and then even be considered for a job. And it's like, what the fuck is happening, right? Um, but I don't know. I I'm just not. I've never been a social media person. I think it's just like you work, you have your skills, and you go on. Maybe it's old school thinking, but at the same time, it's like that's how it should be, right? Um, Obviously the other side is like knowing people and like building your network. That I believe is very very valuable because even in esports or in my last job, it's like that's how we found contractors. It's word of mouth most of the time, right? There's a pool that you do pull from, but like most of the time you are word of mouthing it. Like either we've worked with you before, or someone that we work with that we trust is recommending you. That's what we do. But at least there, I've worked with enough people at this point that it's like that should be a thing. Like at least so, I'm I don't know, in the middle of feeling really down about myself. Of like, do I know enough? Am I actually as good as I think I am? Stuff like that, or is it just the market that bad? Or and it's pretty depressing, because there are a couple people that have found jobs through the help of, again, all the people that found jobs got jobs through the help of the people. They did not get the job through cold calling, through like applying online and stuff like that. They got job because someone helped them, like literally pushed them through the door, right? And I've done that too, and it's just like, oh, I'm missing one criteria out of 10, and they're like, no, we don't want you because there will be someone else that knows how to do it. And I'm like, what the fuck? At this point, I am very teachable. Like most people at this point of your career, like if you're probably teachable. Um, but I don't know. I'm just tired. Um, Luckily I'm okay. I've did the responsible thing and saved up a lot, and I luckily have some contract gigs lined up. But hopefully something comes knocking pretty soon. I'm waiting to hear back from one, but I don't think I'm gonna hear back from it. It's been almost a month, and they're like, "Hey, we need to hire someone in October." And I'm like, "It's almost the end of October," so we'll have to see. Um, but in the meantime, I'm just working stuff on my own. Working stuff for my health. I'm working out. Last year, I had a surgery for sleep apnea. I had enlarged tonsils and deviated septum. Now I can breathe and sleep normally again. Thank God. Uh, and it literally changed my perspective in life. I already had a feeling of that before, but like having that kind of like life changing moment, it's like, oh, I need to really focus that. And I first and foremost care about my health, like my health and my well being, and that includes like jobs. Because it's like if you're trying to take advantage of me, and I already know what it feels like. It's like, fuck you guys. Like I do not want to deal with that. I shouldn't cuss because it can demonetize really quickly. Um, but I don't want that to be a thing. And I just want to focus on my health because it's like if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Actually, it does matter because if you have enough money, you can probably just like do whatever surgeries or whatever. But like the quality of life feels like poo poo. Um, so I'm working on that. I was 255. I'm down to 194, which is fantastic. I'm trying to rebuild a lot of the muscle I lost because I let myself go that hard over COVID. Um, and I'm trying to just as a hobby just cosplay photography because it's super fun, and I use a lot of what I learned in my previous job as a producer for events, um and production to do this, and it's super fun. I get to meet and go back into that community I used to love back in college, and I used to cosplay a little bit, not very well, but I used to do it. And just going back into it, just a different hat of photography, getting to meet a bunch of people. I've already met a bunch of fantastic people, and it's fantastic. The other one is I took a game dev course because I'm trying to move over to the game side, either publisher or game developer side, like Riot. And I'm I took a course for that for the last 4 months, and I learned a bit, but really at the end of the day, it's just like it's hard to even get into that because it's like unless you start at it like out of college, it's like already a pain, or you have like technical skills that are like already really really good, or you have an insane portfolio, blah blah blah. I'm trying to go on the production side, because production is production. It doesn't matter. It's scheduling and like budgeting and stuff like that. There's more to it than that. I'm really dumbing it down, but trying to get into that side, and I know I have the skills to do that because I've been doing it for 5 years. So, um, but we'll have to see. But anyways, like those things. So like I'm maybe trying to make a game myself, like a visual novel, because it is much easier on the engineering side. And it'd just be fun. I love telling stories, so it's something that I think it's gonna be very very fun for me. But I'm just working on those couple things and just trying to. Oh, also like in somewhere, um, I'm streaming as well because I used to stream. And it's super fun building a community and talking with everyone and just getting like just getting to know people, just talking and talking about current events, talking about the game, talking about everything. It's just super fun, honestly, for me. And even helping people with their problems. Like sometimes people come into my stream, they're like 10 people that do, and it's like oh, I got this problem. I'm like, oh, here, it's like maybe something I've dealt with before. Maybe it'll help. It's fun. I love helping people. So, but anyways, that's enough for me. Ending off a little bit of more of a positive note. So, I'm gonna be trying to do this a little bit more frequently, probably like every other day. I do want to keep on it because I think it'll help like process my thoughts. It might be more frequent depending on how many of those thoughts I have, but I do want to keep this going, just to kind of get it out there, and hopefully, again, even if it helps one person or makes someone feel like, oh, hey, there's someone else going through this stuff, I don't feel alone anymore, then that makes me super happy. So, but anyways, thank you all. I appreciate it, and hopefully see you in the next.